Hi, everyone. My name is Jamie Crispin. I'm the Academic Advisor for the Associate of Arts and Business program, and welcome to Baker University. We are very excited that you're going to be starting with us soon. So just a little bit about this PowerPoint. It's called the New Student Orientation. We're going to go over some of the things that you see on the screen right now, talk about your schedule, your degree evaluation or credit evaluations, and review some policies and procedures that are important before you get started. And then, of course, we'll want to make sure that you're prepared for your first night or your first week. So again, welcome to the Baker family. We really appreciate you and want you to know that we want all students to be successful. Never hesitate to reach out to any staff or any faculty. We want to see it help you get to the end, which is graduation. So you can see there the mission at Baker. We want all students to develop into confident, competent, and responsible contributors to society. Again, I'm Jamie Crispin. I'm going to be your advisor for this program. I do work 30 hours a week, generally Monday through Thursdays, and I'm housed at the Topeka campus. So you can reach me by email, by phone. I'm also happy to Skype or Zoom with students so that we can meet virtually and see each other. So please take me up on any of those avenues. If forever you need an advisor on a Friday or a day that I'm not in the office, just know that my colleagues are very willing to assist any associate students. So this is one of my favorite slides of the New Student Orientation. Here are some tips of how to be successful here at Baker. We'll kind of go through each one. Communicate. If you have a question, do not hesitate to reach out. Again, to all staff and to all faculty, we all have the same goal in mind, and that is to help you succeed. Use your resources and make sure that you're prepared for class. So whether that's making sure you have your books on time, reviewing the syllabus before the class starts, or even just knowing about the Collins Library. So as you move forward in your program, you want to make sure you have all the resources and tools so that you can be successful. We want all students to make sure that they're attending and participating and engaging in their classes. We feel that this is a quality degree. We know it's a quality degree, and we want to make sure you're using every opportunity to learn and grow. This is one of my biggest things that I'm going to reiterate for all students is you are issued a Baker email, and we do want you to be checking that every day. The staff and faculty have to send you things over or through this Baker email just because it's more private. And so there are some things that we can't email you in your personal account. A lot of students forward their Baker email to one of their personal accounts, and that's just fine. If you want instructions on how to do that, I would recommend filling out a help desk ticket. Go to our homepage, go to the Take Me To on the far left, and you'll see help desk is an option, and you could fill one out, and they'll send you some information. Just tell them what kind of phone you have. For online environment, we tell students, your week runs Monday through Sunday. So we want to encourage you in the advising department to complete all your assignments and to get them in before the deadline. After this first course, so your second course until the end of your program, your syllabus will be available in Moodle at least 10 days before the class starts. So that's a really good resource, and the syllabus is kind of the frame or the outline of the class. So just know moving forward, you'll find your syllabus there. And also, too, it's a great time to remember to order your books at least 2 weeks before the class starts. Book information can be found in 3 places: your student portal under the Academics tab, the online Baker bookstore, and the third place is the syllabus. The syllabus is the last opportunity, or since it only comes out 2 weeks before the class starts, the other 2 ways, your portal and bookstore, will be uploaded 60 days before your class starts. We recommend getting your book information in one of those 2 ways. Also, it's important to be successful at Baker by knowing Baker policies and degree requirements, and to always keep graduation at the back of your head. Obstacles are going to come up, but you can do this, and I'm going to help you through. And of course, be Baker proud. So, all right, we're going to move into the schedule and credit evaluation section of the New Student Orientation. So a little bit about your academic snapshot. Your cohort calendar will be or should have already come to you. Your cohort calendar lists all the classes that you will be automatically enrolled in. It will list the course name, the title, how many credits it's worth, and of course the start and end dates. If there's little X's on any of the boxes on your cohort calendar, then put a little smiley face by it. Know that that's a 1 week break, meaning you don't have class at that time. I would ask you to pay attention to obviously the first day that you're going to start, and then what's the last day, and that's your projected graduation date. For some of you, based on the credit or evaluation or the degree evaluation, you should have received this in the mail. If not, I'd be happy to get you a copy. If you have any transfer credits from other universities, then our academic records office looked at it and said where, if they would come over, where they would come over, in what category. So for some of you who have 23 or more credits, I've looked at your evaluation, and based on your transfer credits, I've built a special schedule for you, or a modified schedule. So that has been emailed to you as well. But you want to look at that degree evaluation to see what came over and in what areas. It also lists all the classes that you would need for your associate's degree. I know many of you are thinking about the bachelor's degree as well. And so that is something I'd be happy to talk to you about, and that's something that I can help you with. So if you would like to schedule a meeting with me, or if you have questions on your schedule or your degree evaluation, please reach out to me. I'm here for you. For many of you, the Associate of Arts and Business degree is very important, and these are the requirements, or these are the credits and what areas you need them in. I did want to mention just one thing. What you see right here with the arts and humanity, with the arts and humanities and the science and the social science, those credits anybody will need, not only in the associate's program, but the bachelor's program. For the rest of the associate requirements, you see them there. I do want to say that students must have a minimum of 63 to get the degree. There are required courses, or courses you have to take at Baker, BU 110, BU 220, all the way down to BU 260, and some other ones. So if you want your associate's degree, then those you have to take with us. And then it is important to maintain a 2.5 GPA with us. So those are the requirements for the associate's degree. We're going to talk a little bit about some policies and procedures, and these are very important for new students. So the first policy we're going to talk about is attendance. We do track attendance pretty diligently here at Baker, and a few of the reasons is that students are taking one class at a time. So if you are using financial aid, then we need to make sure that there aren't any breaks in your schedule longer than 30 days. So we do track pretty diligently. In addition, we want to make sure that our degrees are quality, and so we want to verify, or we want to show the accrediting body that students are in class for a set amount of time to earn this degree. So under no circumstance can a student miss more than 30% and receive credit. So it's really important to know that in a 5-week course, a student can only miss 1.5 weeks. Now, in the online environment, I've already mentioned the week goes Monday to Sunday at midnight, and the way attendance is tracked is by the completion of 2 significant activities within that week. So please know that you have to get your work in by midnight for it to count towards your attendance. If your instructor accepts the late work for points, that's no problem, but it cannot be counted for your attendance record for that previous week. And then also in the online environment, you either have attended or you have not. So that means there's no partial attendance. So in the beginning, I said a 5-week course, a student can miss 1.5 weeks. Really, in the online environment, a student can only really be absent for 1 week and still be able to receive credit or a final grade for that class. In the on-grad, it works a little bit differently, and you can see the column there where it just says how coming early or leaving 8 would impact your grade, your attendance record. This next slide shows you a chart of the length of the course and how much you can miss. Again, just know that your instructor will put this into the system, and that some of you will receive automatic attendance alerts or absence alerts through your Baker email if you do miss. So don't get alarmed, but we just want to make sure that we're documenting everything properly and that there aren't any mistakes. So just know that that's part of it, and as an academic advisor, I may be following up with you too, just to make sure that you're still on track with your schedule. Okay. The next slide does talk about schedule changes. Of course, we want you to stick with your schedule. It's the easiest thing for everybody, but of course, then you know exactly what classes are starting when. But We also understand you are working adults and you have lots of balls you're trying to juggle. And so if for any reason you need to make a schedule change, you'll want to work directly with me. Some of the things that I review with you before we make the schedule change is knowing about a refund policy. A refund policy says that if a student attends the first night or the first week, then they'll owe 10% of the tuition if they change or withdraw from the class. If the class has gone past the second night or second week, then a student will owe 100% for the course. So that's a little bit about a refund policy. The second section of the slide talks about a final grade, when a student will just get a W on their transcript, or when the instructor has to issue a withdrawal passing or withdrawal failing, WP or WF, and that's after 50% of the class has complete. The other thing, if students want to make schedule changes, it's really important to understand about your financial assistance. For financial aid, sometimes if a student is out of class for longer than 30 days, then there needs to be some documentation on file. So a lot of times I'll ask, are you receiving financial aid, so that we can check with them prior to making any schedule changes to know that it won't impact your loans. And finally, making schedule changes could impact your graduation date. If it's a class, like a required class, and we need to reschedule it. And for many of you, we're not able to have you taking 2 classes at once due to our accelerated pace, and so we might have to find a way when to schedule it, and it might bump your graduation date. So again, I'm here to help you move through these things. I just wanted to let you know a little bit up front. Our academic policies, again, for undergraduate students, you must maintain a 2.5 GPA, and that means a passing grade is a D or higher. Just a little caveat that all students must pass the 110 or orientation to business education in order to continue in the program. And again, students cannot be enrolled in 2 classes concurrently without special permission. And then there are some other academic policies listed in our student handbook. You can find the link to the student handbook on our website, or of course it will be in your student portal. So the last slide just wants to make sure that you're ready for class, and I'm sure that most of you who are online are ready for class, but we want to make sure you have your books, you have the first assignment done, you're able to log in successfully to the eTools, but the most important thing is to understand your syllabus. It's the guide to the course, and it's going to contain all that information you see on the bullets, how to get a hold of your instructor, the dates for the course, the books that are required, and of course your assignment overview or class schedule of when things are due and what they're due. The other thing I always want students to review is the instructor expectations. This section is filled out differently for each instructor, so you want to make sure you read this section for all your classes so you understand their policies before class starts. But I recommend that you save it on your computer and refer to it all the time. The syllabus really is that guide to your course. Okay, so we've reached the end of the new student orientation. Again, please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. My phone number is 785-272-6442, and you can reach me at jamie.crispin@bakeru.edu. So from me, and of course for all the staff and faculty at Baker University, congratulations on starting your educational journey, and much luck as you move through your program.